Hey, this is Matthew.
And this is Andrea.
And welcome back to Nerd News today. And we've got some Avatar: The Last Airbender action figures.
I'm so excited!
So I first saw these at New York Comic Con. I don't know if that was their debut or not. I can't actually remember if they showed up at San Diego as well. But I remember at the very least first hearing about them and seeing them, I think, at New York Comic Con.
I missed them. So I was really bummed when I heard that they existed.
Yeah, and they came pretty quick. Like, the announcement came out, the prototypes were shown, now here they are, January 2020, and they're already here.
I know. I'm just gonna take this one and make a run for it.
You could try, but it's nailed to the ground.
How'd you do that?
Skills.
This is wave 1 of the Diamond Select figures. As you can see, we have Katara, Aang, and of course, Mr. Zuko. I'm calling him Mr. just because I feel like, he's a king. He should get a little bit more.
I mean, at this point, he's kind of like off the throne, though, for the time being.
Yeah, because this is season 2 and 3.
Yeah, so we figured out that this is representative of season 1 Katara, and the Aang and the Zuko are basically the later seasons.
Yeah, 2 and 3, because there really weren't that many seasons.
Fair enough, yeah. So these Avatar figures are all in scale with the other Diamond Select action figures, which are within the 7-inch scale. So these guys are still, they wouldn't really match up necessarily as well with your 6-inch Marvel Legends or things like that, but they do size up pretty well with everything else that Diamond does.
And quite frankly, I mean, I don't know about you, but I really have no interest in having them do scenes with, Marvel Select. Just because I feel like Avatar is just its own special world.
I guess, but I wouldn't mind seeing Team Avatar take on Thanos.
Okay, I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
I'd be okay with that. So, looking at the back, you can see there's really not that much, and that's okay. You don't really need that much. It just shows you who's in the wave, and as per usual with Diamond, they have my favorite thing, which is who designed it. In this case, it was Eamon O'Donoghue, and sculpted by Richard Force. I just really like that name. It's
powerful.
Richard Force.
Yeah, it's got power.
It's like Max Power, but with Force.
Richard Force.
Richard Force.
Or Dick Force. And we're only showing you the back of one because they're identical across the board, so we don't need to show you anything else. And it just, again, it's literally those figures, no bios, no nothing.
Yeah, I mean, it's traditional Diamond packaging. So, you got a picture of who's on the side, which is always nice.
You can see them there. We got our trio.
Yeah. And
that's fine. That's cool.
Yeah, but I really like that this is very simple, very chill, and, it's just good packaging, but it also screams, let me get these figures out of here.
And we should add, before we open these guys up, there actually are Walgreens exclusive versions of all of these figures that you see here today, and they're in much smaller packaging because, I don't want to linger on the packaging much, but you can see there's a lot of empty space in these boxes. That's just because they're trying to keep it in scale with their other 7-inch figures, but they didn't need to be. Luckily, there is the Walgreens exclusive versions. They're in much smaller square boxes. But we'll talk about those in a few minutes. So for now, I think it's time to open up these figures and take a look at them out of the box.
Yay! And we're back, and they are out of the package. I'm super excited, except we're missing a fire. We're missing an Earth Nation.
That's true, but that's probably going to be in the next wave.
Oh, I know. I can't wait.
We'll discuss our thoughts about that, but
I can.
Here's our Katara, our Aang, our Zuko. They're all standing up nice and straight here. So the packaging itself was not a big deal. Just there was lots of little, each figure basically only had one twisty tie. There's lots of little smaller bands.
And those are the ones that you have to cut, and there were a lot of them.
But on the plus side, they're not hard to deal with. There's just a lot of them. All you have to do is, we found the best way to cut them is just cut them out from the top, not underneath. Just do it from the top, and you'll breeze through it. But there is a lot of them.
Yeah, just have some scissors handy.
Other than that, though, I mean, they look really nice out of the package. And I'll say this about Avatar figures, like, translating them from cartoon to action figure form is not easy, because they're very two-dimensional characters in a lot of ways. And for comparison, I just happen to have an original Avatar figure. We'll bring them out a little bit. So the really impressive thing about them also is that the amount of articulation they have is essentially the same as any other Diamond Select figure.
I know, it's really impressive, and it's interesting though because they're so small in some ways because they're mostly children. Katara is definitely a teenager. Zuko is obviously a teenager. He's an older teenager, and Aang, I don't think he was quite a teen yet. It's interesting because what happens is that the limbs are so tiny. The limbs, the hands, all of it, I really like that they did that. But at the same time, it's a little weird regarding the articulation. Zuko has like the closest, I feel like, to the regular articulation, and I feel like his body can withstand it.
Yeah. And the other note too about articulation is that it is limited for some of these characters because of their outfits. Katara in particular, I mean, she does have slits on the sides, so, you know, she could do the classic diamond. Oh, I'm almost down again.
Oh.
She could do the classic diamond select figure split, but not 100%, I don't think, as easily.
No.
And, you know, she wanted to kick forward. I mean, really, she's kind of just limited to standing up straight.
Yeah, Aang has similar problems. Like, he can kick forward with one leg, but not as easily with the other. There's movement, poor Momo, but yeah, he also has similar problems.
And Zuko's about the same, just because of their outfits.
It's both the outfits and it's also just, yeah, it's the way their bodies are.
And Momo keeps falling over, partly because I think our thing is a little bit unbalanced. Yeah, like he's fine over here.
No,
not entirely. All right, well, he's a little bit unbalanced. It looks like actually one leg might be a little bit wonky. I think with a hot air dryer, you could deal with that. And speaking of hot air dryers, you might want to use one of those to get these joints loose.
Oh my gosh, these joints are ridiculous.
You want to talk about stiff out the box, Andrea?
These are extremely stiff out of the box.
These are stiff. I mean, like, I still... Her joint here, it's just snapping back in place. It's like, no, I don't want to move. Thank you for asking, but I'm fine. Thank you.
Oh yeah, check out this knee joint. This part will move. This part won't, but this part of the leg will. It's like the wrong parts of Aang's legs will work. Look at this. Look.
I got Katara to do something cool, but she's mostly...
What you do?
She's mostly just balancing on her...
Her thing, yeah.
Yeah.
But real quick, fun fact, Aang's torso, it's super tiny.
Yeah.
Look, this is like scary tiny. But oddly enough, you can see a hint of stomach.
Which is weird.
Yeah, no, but check it out. You can see like the tiniest hint of stomach muscles.
Yeah.
It's a little odd. It's kind of mildly cool, but mostly it's just confusing. And there's Zuko, who's just kind of chill and just...
Zuko.
Yeah, he really isn't... Oh, never mind.
He is mighty stiff, too. He's actually...
But again, he moved better than...
Yeah, I was just going to say, like, they're stiff, but they're not like we've seen in the past where the paint is, like, cracking. Because that's been a big problem. This is actually pretty good. This is the kind of stiff you want to have, where you're not worried about them snapping and breaking. This is, like, stiff because it's solid. So I think the likenesses are actually pretty good overall. I think Zuko's probably my favorite of this bunch here.
Yeah, I think
the scar's a little big, and you can even tell compared to, like, the packaging, the
Oh, yeah.
scar's enormous on the Zuko.
Yeah.
And you can see on the packaging for the figure how it's not that big. Shouldn't be quite as big, but...
I almost wish they'd been able to do a little definition on the scarring, because if you're gonna make it that big, then you might want to give it a little something extra.
Yeah.
It covers just too much of his face, and it just, I don't know, it detracts a little bit. But otherwise, it's, yeah, I think the Zuko is probably my favorite too.
Yeah, and even with like how big it is, like it's not even like it's that much bigger than the cartoon,
Yeah.
just a little bit, but that's a nitpick, really. But I think they all look really, really good, and I'm gonna whip this out now. In fact, I have here, this just happened to work out. I was at a store, I happened to find an original Avatar figure.
I know, yeah.
So this is when these first came out, and man, funny enough, they're about the same size.
Yeah, but the difference is just like night and day.
Yeah, so this Aang, what's missing, I think he actually had fabric. So this represents season 1, so I think he actually had like a fabric thing covering him, which is why it looks kind of funny.
You know, I gotta say, considering when it came out, it's not that bad.
It's actually not terrible, no.
Compared to Diamond, no, it's nothing.
Yeah, I mean,
I hate to say it, but...
we're not going to review the old figures, clearly, but, you know, I mean, there's some pretty good positives about these things, too, but if we're going to just talk about likeness and look, Diamond just destroys it. These just look bizarre.
He doesn't look bizarre. I actually like the fact that he has, you know, a strong expression on his face.
It's not bad.
Compared to the Diamond Select figures, yeah, it's like, you know, it's like a child. You know, it's a baby toy. Because it kind of. But I actually really like the face. The look of the Diamond ones. I love the bodies. I love the everything, almost everything better, but I really like this. The facial expression on it. And I feel in a weird way this is a little bit more Aang than this one.
Okay, I can understand that, yeah.
Yeah.
I think the eyes are what bothers me the most, but the face sculpting is not bad. That's your side-by-side comparison, though. You can see they're both pretty good figures.
Yeah, but Diamond is far superior.
Yeah, that's why this guy's still in the bag, because I'm returning him as soon as they're on this video.
Aww.
Sorry, Aang. They're actually pretty hard to find, but...
yeah, I would keep him just so because it's so hard to find.
Nah, we'll see. But let's talk about accessories now, because they don't come with a ton, but they've got good ones.
Let's start with Katara, because she's pretty interesting.
Her outfit basically is part of her accessories.
Yeah, and I mean, she has her infamous water pouch.
Which she's going to need to waterbend this with. Because all of the figures come with really cool effects like this. I guess let's just take these all out, shall we?
I guess, yeah. Let's play with some... I haven't even seen this. What the heck is this?
So they each come with a special effect, I guess, for lack of a better term. So like Zuko here comes with this nice enormous fireball, which just flopped over. Aang has his air effect. Aang has his air effect.
Oh, sorry. Katara's.
Aang has his
air effect.
Aang has his air effect. It's the worst video ever.
It's not the worst video. We've done far worse. Here's Katara's water effect, complete with her spare water hands. Okay, that looks terrible. There are spots for her hands to go in. We're gonna play with that in a few.
So they each come with these really cool effects, which are very nice looking. They're just enormous, as you can see here.
Yeah, the weight of them are really...
Especially Zuko's, yeah. Look at that. Do you see that fireball? And they also each come with action stands. This is really cool.
I really
actually
like this. Yeah.
So we haven't reviewed a ton of Diamond Select figures yet. I don't think they all normally come with this, but I know a bunch do.
Yeah.
And they're really cool because like you can basically, I'm gonna move some of these figures off for a second. So they have a nice little base here. You can attach this onto here. And then you can see here, these pieces are actually modular. That's why this one just popped out. So you can actually adjust them as high or as low as you want with as many of these pieces as you want because they all connect together.
I've been messing around with this one that came in Aang's box, and quite frankly, it's just like really stiff.
Some are stiffer than others.
Yeah, I'm having problems moving it.
I will say there are screws in all of these. So really, if something's too tight or too loose, you can fix it. So that's a positive about that. So they all have holes in their back as well as peg holes in their feet. Because this also has, if you just remove this guy here, you can just put the figure on it as a normal stand. But we'll just show you guys how this works. Actually, I'm going to use, I think it's better to have the avatar in the air.
Well, he is the airbender.
Exactly, so it goes on like that. And again, this is where you probably want to either screw him in a little bit tighter or just have some counterbalances on him.
Yeah, because the stands, while they're really great, they're not as weighted as, we'd probably like.
Yeah. Definitely.
They're super light.
That's why you can see Aang here is just falling right over.
Yeah.
So that might be, it could just be a screw issue too though, but they're not, yeah, see I got them now. So you can see here Aang is now just floating in the air, and that actually works. I really wouldn't have the other characters float anyway, to be honest. Like maybe Zuko, I'd have him float a little bit, but really what we think you can use the stand more so is for these little action features, because they also have the little holes. Mm-hmm. So if I can use that one for a second.
Okay.
I'll just do the same thing I did with Aang. I'll just insert the hole like that. Let's go do this way, I guess.
Yeah, but again, you're going to be dealing with weight issues because these effects are they're really heavy in comparison to the stand.
Well, you get the idea, folks.
Yeah. Okay, so regarding these effects, I will say this: there isn't any description in any little piece of paper that tells you what you're really supposed to do with them, and. For the most part, that's not the worst thing, but it wouldn't hurt to have that. I mean, what is Aang supposed to do with this?
Yeah, that one's a tough one, because unlike Katara, who has hands in hers, this, again, Fireball 2 does not have any hands or anything to hold on to.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's purely decorative, and it's cool, because you can have Zuko just...
Fire punch.
Fire punch. Woo, and there you go.
At least you can try, because again, this is a very heavy piece, and this is a pretty light stand.
I would have appreciated it if, we maybe had a diagram, if maybe there was a picture on the box showing them using these special things. Just any little thing just to kind of help it along.
But on the plus side, I do like that they come with stands. So at the end of the day, even if the action stand is not for everybody, you get a base, and that helps these figures stand up. Because I know one of the comments we've seen in a lot of our Diamond videos before is about them standing up. Mm-hmm. People have had problems with them, especially the Rogue and Psylocke. There was little problems because they have smaller feet.
Oh yeah.
So thankfully now you've got stands here. That solves that problem right away. So in addition to those effects and the bases, two of the characters come with spare hands. Mm-hmm. That would be Aang and Katara.
Which they really need, because their hands are itty bitty.
Yeah, in fact, I'm going to try and swap. And this is actually the first time I'm really, really afraid of swapping.
Oh no, I'd gotten it out before.
Yeah, actually, that was a lot smoother than I expected. Not
so
gonna lie.
These are the Aang hands, which is great. You'll never have to worry about whose hands are whose.
Yeah.
Because, Avatar.
They are so tiny, though.
These are so delicate.
So, pulling them out wasn't too scary. Putting them back in, you gotta be...
Oh my gosh, yeah.
You gotta wiggle. Don't put them straight down, you gotta wiggle them in. That's generally my pro tip for getting hands in general.
Yeah.
But on the plus side now, Aang can do judo chops. Judo chop!
Yeah, he's so weak. Zuko's like, what, dude? Oh, wait, no, sorry. He's like, hey.
Yeah, Zuko's more like...
Sorry.
Judo chop.
What's up, Aang? I because my daddy burned my face.
Wow. It's going there, huh? So I'm just going to try again to see if I can actually eat some. Yeah, I don't really know what to do with this fireball, though. Like, it looks really awesome. You can put on one of these action stands and tighten up to the point where it will stay, but this has no place to actually fit on his hand. So he's just going to kind of have it as a fire purse, I guess. I've got Zuko kind of doing it now a little bit. Like, if you just lower the stand a little bit, he can do it. He can pull it off. So now, at least now he's kind of throwing a fireball. So you can sort of do it. It's not impossible. I think I'm sure someone out there is going to be way better at putting these things together. They can show us how to do it.
I mean, like I said, this is what Katara's is going to look like if you put it on the stand. It's too top heavy to do it the other way. And Aang's is going to be the same way. So,
like, we were trying to find photos online of like how these things actually work with them, and we couldn't find any. So, I think we're probably one of the first folks to actually do these videos. So, we're definitely open to hearing how you guys are going to use these effects. So, if you have these figures and figured it out, let us know. Tell us what we're doing wrong.
Yes, please. You know how much we love hearing how wrong we are, but you know what? It makes us better at dealing with this stuff. So
exactly.
Also, I just want to note real quickly because we were talking about likenesses before, but I love that they got Katara's hair.
Yeah.
They got it right down to the braid. I mean, check this out. This is just adorable. And purely Katara.
Just gonna make sure Aang just gets right between the middle of these two.
Gee, like he didn't before? Yeah, I went there.
But we can't forget the most important accessory, and that's Momo, who sits on his hand perfectly.
Oh my god, that's awesome!
So we got a little Momo, which is amazing. And he's adorable.
Zuko looks like he's about to scratch his head.
Yeah, and then Tara wants in on that too, but the boy's like, no, it's boys' time with
Momo. I love Momo.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. You can balance that. So, hey, I'm sold right there.
Yeah, right? That
I'm happy.
by itself.
I'm done.
Yeah, seriously, that's the selling point right there. Forget all the other little things that we were talking about. Nah. Momo balances.
All about Momo. So as we mentioned earlier, there are different versions of these figures available in Walgreens. Mm-hmm. And what's different about them is, number one, the packaging, number two, the price. So the Walgreens versions come in more rectangular, flatter boxes, much smaller than what we looked at in this video here. They're also a little bit cheaper. Part of being a little bit cheaper is that they don't come as many things as you saw with these figures. So what you're not getting in those, I'm not positive, I don't think you get stands in those figures, and you don't get these effects.
You get something else, though.
Yeah, what you do get is with Zuko, he gets, and actually with Katara also, they both get much smaller alternate hands that have a smaller elemental effect.
Yeah, I got a small little fire punch and a water burst.
And Aang, what he comes with is his bow staff, which is his bow staff / glider. But I don't think he comes with Momo either in that version.
No, which isn't bad, though. I kind of wish it wasn't just the staff. I wish the staff looked a little bit more like the glider, because that's kind of what it was.
Maybe we'll get the glider in a different toy.
That'd be cool.
So, I mean, personally, I kind of think that I wish the Walgreens version was just, like, not coming with those hands exclusively. Because you saw how much empty space there is in those packaging for these big guys here. I think all the hands should have been in this, and then the Walgreens just should have been the pared down one. Like, that would have been fine.
Yeah.
So that's our look at Series 1, and overall, they're off to a really, really good, strong start.
I definitely agree. And so, for the next wave, Sokka, Toph, who do you think they would do for a third one if they're going to keep going in threes? Iroh!
Yes.
Never mind. Never mind. No. Iroh.
I was going to say Iroh. I mean, if they're going to be committed to this, they're going to get through all the characters eventually. And I think we'll start getting our adult characters soon. So I think, for their first adult character, it's going to be Iroh, because he's so important.
Yeah.
But, it could also be Azula in the next wave, too.
You're right. I guess I'd be okay with Azula, because you do need a villain if you're going to do really fun stuff. But I want it to be Iroh. And he needs to come with a tea-set.
So Diamond's going to, I'm sure, do the whole series. Yeah. So we're going to get, I'm sure at some point also, we'll get Suki.
That'd be cool.
As Kyoshi Warrior, maybe. Mm-hmm. We could, I mean, there's so many characters they could do, and I'm sure they will do. Like, maybe we'll even get a figure of Jet. Yeah, but why would they do
Cabbage
that?
Patch Man. Cabbage Cart Man first.
Cabbage Man, yeah. Cabbage Patch Man. Yeah.
Cabbage Man first. But I you know who I'd really like to see?
Yes. Appa.
Well, yes. I mean, wow, okay.
Deluxe Appa carrying case.
Yes. Ooh, Build-A-Figure Appa.
Oh, Diamond. Oh. Diamond, the king of Build-A-Figures, and they're not doing an Appa Build-A-Figure yet?
Oh, that's gonna start in wave 2.
I think we'll get an Ozai at some point. We have to get an Ozai.
I think that would be a really interesting one. I mean, I'm okay with us not really having a lot of the adult figures, the adult characters.
I think there's enough that they're gonna make. Like, I think Ozai is definitely a shoe-in.
I think so too, but I would like an Ozai. Like, I'd like him for Wave 3 because if you do Azula in Wave 2, then you can do him from Wave 3 and then we finally get our Iroh.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I don't want to wait for Iroh, so let's do Ozai in Wave 4.
I mean, there's plenty of characters. I mean, we're going to pretty much find out, I think, in February at Toy Fair who's next.
I know, I'm excited about
That's
this.
going to be good. Maybe we'll even see the next 2 waves. So I don't know what they're going to reveal. We don't know yet, but we'll see. I think there's definitely going to be a good reveal of Avatar figures. So.
Yeah, I'm very excited about this. It's time. We got this.
And on that same note, talking about Toy Fair, I'm wondering if since they've got the figure license, do you think we'll see PVC dioramas of Team Avatar?
Oh my god, that'd be fantastic!
Because we've seen now what they can do with like the different water and fire, flame effects with the Bruce Lee statues. They basically use this kind of thing for Bruce Lee, like punching things and flow like water, all that stuff. That's easily integratable into Avatar.
Oh my god, yeah. Sorry, I'm just like, I'm a little blown away by that one. Yes, I would love to see that because you could do more dynamic things with it. You could really have some fun. I mean, we've also seen with their Marvel stuff, we've seen them do the translucence, we've seen them do this sort of effect as well. So yeah, I see no reason why they shouldn't do it.
Absolutely. So a lot of potential. Off to a very good start here. Really, the main nitpick is more just how to better get all these special effects involved in them. You know, it's not impossible. You gotta be a little bit creative, but a little bit better integration of them would be fine by us.
I think that's a fair assessment.
Also, more Momos.
All the Momos, all the time.
And oh my god, what if they do Korra figures?
I know, that was like my next thought was, oh my gosh. Oh! They can do an actual line of avatars.
They could.
They could do a line of avatars.
They could. That might be a thing later down the line, but that would be cool too to see the avatars go into Legend of Korra. There's possibilities in this line, and we haven't had Avatar figures since that initial series came out. What year was this guy from? Let's see if he's got markings. No markings on him, but whenever this cartoon first aired is when this came out.
Yeah.
So it's been a long, long time coming, and now we've got some really great figures.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about
good.
this. Love for Avatar has never died. So, you know, I think that there's a lot. There's a lot of potential with this. There's a lot they can do.
Yeah.
And I look forward to seeing what they can do with it.
Yeah. So on that note, I'm Matthew.
I'm Andrea.
That's our look at Series 1 of the Avatar, The Last Airbender figures from Diamond Select. You can find them on Diamond Select's website, in your local comic book stores, or you can go ahead and use our Amazon affiliate links and pick them up down there. Help support us. And you pointing at the toys or the link?
I'm pointing at the link, but
you missed the link. The link is over there.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, there you go. It's better.
Okay.
Yeah, so go ahead, make sure to click those links, and it doesn't cost you anything extra, but it helps us keep making more videos.
Click it.
So on that note, I am Matthew.
I'm Andrea.
And we'll see you guys next time with some more toy reviews and everything else here that we do on Nerd News Today. Avatar away! Because I want to hug Momo for myself.
Okay, buddy. You do that, buddy.
I won't stay.
I know. He's only meant for Aang. And me, apparently. You're jealous.
Yeah.